Right, howdy folks, welcome back. So here we are, October 4th of 2022, and we got the loop playing. You can see we've had a CME come off right there. Not much activity, but we did have one CME here and an object hidden in that. So let's just get right to it here. We'll pull this down and pause and start going frame by frame. Okay, back it up just a little bit. Okay, so here's our opening image. Well, yeah, this is the first good image. Here comes our CME with our instrument reacting to it. And as it emerges over on this side, you can make out there's a dark circle in the middle of this. And we'll scroll down and zoom in on it over here. This side's too bright to see it yet, so we'll come over here. And hopefully my camera will pick up this nice little dark patch right here, all surrounded by plasma. Okay, there's our little object. And then as it proceeds out, let me see if we can scoot this out of the way. You can see, camera's not picking it up very well. So we'll back out a little bit. So here's our object still right in here. As we proceed here, you'll see it leaves a nice little dark patch. It's all surrounded by plasma. Let's see if we can zoom in on this image a little bit. Pull it down a little bit, and maybe if I tilt the camera this way, it won't blind it so much. Maybe even just a tad bit more. Okay, yeah, there. Now you can make out this dark patch right here surrounded by plasma. There appears to be another dark patch up here with some plasma on it too. That could be two objects joined together. So let's back up just a frame. So here it is right here, our little dark circle. And then as we go forward, boom, boom. You can still make it out right here. And something right there too, it appears. Boom. All the way out through the screen. So we'll back it up just a few so you can see nice and clear our object surrounded by plasma. Streak and pass there. And let's zoom out a little bit, because over on this side you can make out, here's our dark patch right here. We'll go in and zoom in on this side real quick. And here, let me see if we can pull it down a little bit. Here you can make out is our dark patch. Here's the plasma surrounding it right here. This is on the back side of the object. Here's another dark patch up here. So it appears we had two little objects right there in this one blast here. As we back it up, whoops. And you can make out the curvature on the back side. There's still plasma on the back side of that object. So let me back it up just a little bit one more time. There's a good shot of it. Another good shot. Okay, so that was our event for today, October 4th. Then we didn't do a report last night, so let's go back and load up yesterday's, because yesterday we had an event, a couple events here too. So as this is loading up here, straighten that screen out a little bit while that loads up. You can see there have been multiple blasts here. One went off that way, and this is yesterday, October 3rd. So October 3rd, 2022, you can see there's an object right down there. Another one blew off of this way. So it looks like there's three different objects in this, three different events. So we'll start off at the very beginning with our opening frames. All right. So let me pull this down here a little bit. Here's our opening frame at 024 right here. And then as we progress further, you can see, ooh, what's this? Our little Ahura Mazda ship is here. I didn't see that before. Let me zoom in on this real quick while I got it. Hopefully you guys can make this out. Here's our little winged Ahura Mazda ship, whatever, this little winged ship with the little trail going back behind it. So that shows up just as this CME starts to erupt from that very spot. So there's the little ship. And that's, I doubt if that's our ship. That's obviously some kind of ship out there flying around. I'd like some explanations on what this is from any scientist or anybody at NASA. No answers, never a straight answer from NASA. But here's our little ship again, showing up nice and perfect. You can clearly see it. Then let's zoom back out over here. Pull this out of the way, and then as we put this back into frame and scroll down, now you can see we have our CME erupting, and over on this side it's this little black spheroid dot right here. Let me go back a frame and we'll just kind of zoom in on this real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. There's this round, perfectly round bulge in this straight line right here. This is our object on the leading edge of the CME right here. There's plasma out front here of it, so this would be the leading edge. But here's this object captured right there. And as we back out of it a little bit, take this out of the way and progress forward, you'll see as it moves down and out of screen, right here, then we have a second CME coming out over here. And as this one progresses, right at the very tail end right here, see how the instrument's reacting right here? Here's our round object right there as it moves on out. Okay. So we'll go zoom in on this too. Okay. Pull it up, move this out of the way, and hopefully you guys can see our little round object here moving on out of frame. Back it up a little bit. You can see our instrument's reacting to it. Let's try and go a little brighter for you here. There we go. There's a good shot of it. There's a good shot. Okay. So there's another object right there that was captured moving out. So, and as we back out of this, pull this back down, we have another event that's underway over here. So we'll back up a little bit to the beginning of it. Okay, so here's the tail end of this event. Then we got another event coming out over here. Okay, this one, it's hard to see if there's an object in there, but we had another CME, and we still have this stuff flowing in at the same time all this is going on. And another little thing I wanted to point out real quick while we're here is this little white streak right here. It's emanating from this part of the sun, yet it's going clear out here. It's being bent all the way to the left. This should be going up this way. So something is affecting it and bending it and make it go this way. I have a feeling we're about to see an object emerge from this area somewhere. Okay, you can make out this bright spot right here. These bright spots almost act like a compass needle and point to these objects. These objects are sucking material off, so these little glowing things have a tendency to point in the direction of our next object. And sure enough, there's something back in there. It hasn't emerged yet, but here comes our next image right here. And over on this side, you can see we have this little bright patch of plasma surrounded by dark. So here's our object. It's grabbed hold of a little bit of plasma that's on the front side of this object. We'll back up just a little bit. Boom. Now you can see it coming out. There it is again. Boom, boom, boom. So another object, a third object. Let's back that up. It's kind of hard to make it out on this side because all the plasma and how bright it is. But over on this side, you can sure make it out. So there were 3 objects yesterday. This is yesterday. So 3 objects on the 3rd, and we had, 2 more today on the 4th. So the activity's still there, folks. It's causing CMEs, several of them. I think we've had, 7 M class and 1 X class. The X class actually hadn't kind of given us a little side swipe, so this activity's, still continuing. It seems to be picking up a little bit, We got CMEs heading in our direction more often now, and all these sunspots on the sun, I have a feeling these objects are causing that effect. So that's it for tonight. I just wanted to bring that to you. Here, we'll go back real quick before we close this out. We'll close it out with today's images, the 4th, right here in today's little event. And also, note all this inflow here. Once this is done loading up and starts moving again, there's our object right there. So note all this inflow right here. And then boom, there's our event. And I'm still waiting for something to come out up here off of this little spike thing. So let's one more time pause it. Back up just a couple. Maybe leave you with that image right there. Zoom in a little bit. Here's our object with the plasma on the back side of it right here. Clearly seen right there. So that's it for tonight. I love you all. I miss you all. God bless you all. And until my next video, bye. Have you noticed something rotating clockwise from the spirit open night?